So every time I bring up I hear the same objections and they sound smart, they feel reasonable, but the truth is that they keep people stuck. So instead of people experimenting, they hesitate. And instead of testing, people are debating. And what people don't realize is that while they wait, others are already using AI to free up time, reduce burnout, and even build momentum. And I get it, like new technology can feel intimidating, especially because it pushes you out of your comfort zone. But we've been here before with the internet, with smartphones, with aeroplanes, even with social media. Every wave of innovation starts with some pushback. But here's what I've learned after several years of working in tech and in AI. The people who wait for clarity, those people get left behind. And the ones who play, experiment, and learn by doing, they are the ones who benefit first. So today, I want to talk about 5 of the biggest myths I keep hearing about AI and what's actually true. Because these myths, they sound protective, but they are not. They are quietly blocking you from discovering how much easier, faster, and smarter your work could be. So the first myth is what I hear every day: AI will take your job. This one is everywhere. It's in the news. Prominent people are saying the same thing. The AI is coming for your job narrative. And I understand why this is scary, because it taps into something very real, the fact that change is uncomfortable. But here's the reality: AI doesn't replace jobs per se. It's only replacing tasks, okay? So think about your typical work week. How much of it is repetitive? Writing follow-up emails, scheduling meetings, taking notes, formatting slides, pulling the same kind of reports over and over again. Those are the kind of tasks that AI automates, not the parts that require judgment, creativity, or empathy. Now, AI handles the busy work so that you can handle the real work. Let's take an example, for instance. I worked with a coach who used AI to handle all her initial copies, okay? So instead of spending hours staring at a blank page, they just spent 10 minutes generating ideas and another 20 minutes refining them. Now, their productivity didn't just double, it tripled. In this case, no one really lost their job, because she was doing this on her own already. She just leveraged AI to save time and become a lot more productive. Because if anything, they became more valuable because they could produce more strategic work in more time, in less time, and then they could now focus their energy on something else, right? So this is how every major technological shift has worked. The people who fight it, they get stuck. The people who learn to work with it, they level up. So no, AI won't take your job, but someone using AI probably will. Now let's talk about the second myth. Using AI is cheating. And people come for me every single day on social media. And although people come for me, this one always makes me smile. Because I've had people look at me and say, oh, but if you used AI for that, doesn't that mean you didn't really do it? And people come at me because I probably leverage AI in my content or used it for my work. And it's wild to me because we've seen this play out before. When calculators were invented, people thought they would destroy maths. And when spell check appeared, people thought it would ruin writing. And when Grammarly came out, some said it's gonna make people lazy. And honestly, sometimes I joke with my friend that AI would probably make all of us dumb. But now I don't even think anybody thinks twice about using these tools, because we eventually realize that tools don't make people lazy, they make them more efficient and more productive. So using AI for sure is not cheating, it's just collaborating. If you're using AI to avoid work, that's definitely a problem. But if you're using it to focus on higher value work, that's called progress. I'll give you an example, okay? I use AI for brainstorming when I'm developing a new course or like a new YouTube script. And I would often start by asking my AI assistant to give me about 10 ways to approach a topic. And most of those ideas won't make the cut. But that one idea that does, it definitely saves me a lot of hours, especially since I'm a solopreneur.
Wait, a solopreneur is a person who establishes and manages their own business all by themselves.
And I mostly don't have people around me to brainstorm with, okay? I'm still a creator, I still shape the message. AI just accelerates the process. And I find that to be very helpful because, like I mentioned, I'm a solopreneur. So most of the time, I'm doing most of these things myself. So it's always good to have that buddy or digital teammate to collaborate with and talk to. And I think the best creators, the writers and entrepreneurs aren't fighting AI. They are also integrating it. They use it as an amplifier. So no, I don't personally think that using AI is cheating. I just feel like it's a way to level up your potential. Now, the third myth I hear is you need to code. This one takes me back to when I first worked in an AI lab in Germany over a decade ago. It was all about code. And if you wanted a robot to recognize a banana, you had to prepare all the data manually, need to write hundreds of lines of code, and just hope it didn't break halfway, or just hope there wasn't a missing comma somewhere. AI used to be this mysterious thing reserved for PhDs, because almost everyone that worked in the lab I was in had a PhD or were preparing towards a PhD. Back then, I even never imagined it would become something everyone could use. But fast forward till now, everything has changed. You don't need to code to build something powerful. The most effective AI tools today are no code. There's a lot of no code tools that will just work based on prompts. For some tools, you can literally drag and drop, connect apps together. You don't even need an engineering degree. I've seen freelancers automate their entire onboarding processes with tools like N8N, Make.com, or Zapier. And I've seen coaches create AI agents in ChatGPT, Agents Builder that respond to clients, draft content, or summarize notes, all without writing a single line of code. Now, developers will always have a place in the AI ecosystem, don't get me wrong, but now I do feel like the barrier to entry, it's gone, because now you have tools like Claude that you can code with. Once you're able to describe your process, you can automate it. And if you can write an email, you can build an assistant. If you can think in steps, you can design a workflow. So right now, the barriers to entry is really low. So if the reason why you are objecting the use of AI is because you think it's reserved for technical people and you need to code, then I want to tell you that the truth is that the future of AI isn't just technical, it's creative, and creativity doesn't require coding. All right, so let's talk about myth 4. People say AI is only for big companies. Now, this is so common among solopreneurs and small business owners because they think, I don't have a tech team, I can't afford custom AI, just start this from Google, not for me. But that couldn't be further from the truth, okay? Some of the most powerful AI success stories I've seen have come from small teams. Now, let me share a few examples, okay? A coach I know automated their client onboarding emails and it saved them 10 hours a week. A freelancer who used AI to generate custom proposals and invoices now finishes admin work before lunch. And a content creator who built a content scheduler with AI, captions, and hashtags has doubled their engagement. They didn't have massive infrastructure, they didn't have consultants, they just had accessible tools and curiosity. The beauty of being small is speed, because you can test, you can tweak, and you can implement new workflows immediately. While with big companies, they are still waiting on approvals, meetings, and you need to go through several levels of approvals before you implement one thing. So if you're a small company, you definitely have a lot of leverage here. So no, AI isn't only for big companies, it's for anyone who wants to spend less time managing and more time creating. So the question isn't, can I afford AI? It's, can I afford to keep wasting time on things AI can handle? Now let's talk about the fifth myth, okay? AI is just hype. So this is easy to debunk, okay? Because AI is already part of your daily life. If you've used autocorrect, that's AI. If you've used a prompt in ChatGPT to rewrite your email, that's AI. If you've used a prompt to generate an image, that's AI. If Spotify recommended your new favorite song, yes, that's also AI too. So you don't need to be in tech to be using it. You're already using it. The difference now is that AI isn't just hidden in apps. It's available to you directly. You can have your own assistants, your own automation, your own creative partner. Like I said, the barrier to entry is so low. And these days, AI is so accessible. And sure, there's hype around it. I mean, people give a lot of hype. Lots of companies are hyping it a lot. But every major technology shift has hype. But under the noise, something real is happening. And AI, for sure, is changing the way we work. Just like electricity changed industries, just like the internet changed communication, the people who always see this early, they are the ones who adapt faster, but the ones who dismiss it as hype, they will eventually catch up, but by then the opportunity would have shifted. So yes, AI isn't hype at all. It's history repeating itself. It's innovation moving forward. So let's talk about what AI really is, or the truth about AI. So here's the truth most people don't realize. These myths, they don't protect you, they delay you, okay? They make people overthink instead of experiment. They make teams debate instead of build. And in the process, they lose the one thing they can't take back, which is time. And AI isn't about fear. It's not about taking shortcuts. It's definitely not about replacing humans. It's about freeing humans to focus on the work that matters most. Know that I don't think AI will take your job. It will transform it. And I don't think using AI means you are cheating. I think you are collaborating, and you don't need to code. You just need curiosity. It's not just for the big companies, okay? It's for everyone who's willing to learn. And it's definitely not just hype. It's the next evolution of how we work. So here's my challenge for you, okay? Don't just watch others talk about AI. If you haven't tried it, just try it. Build one small workflow, automate one repetitive task, see what happens. You can go into ChatGPT, try it out, because every big transformation starts with a small experiment. I want to hear from you. What is the biggest AI myth you've heard lately? If you can drop it in the comment section below, I might feature your response in my next video. And if you want to learn how to actually use AI and not just talk about it, then you can check out my other YouTube channel that has a lot of tutorials on how to build AI automation, AI agents using Enid. And on LinkedIn, then you can check out my LinkedIn courses as well. I'm gonna drop all of them in the description box below so that you can go check it out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel as well, I'll encourage you to do so. And yes, I do have a video on how to master AI by the end of 2025. So you can check that out as well if you are looking for a place to start. But that is it for today's tutorial. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.